Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of Crystal T Knits. This is a knitting and crochet podcast. My name's Tara, and you can follow me on Instagram and Ravelry at Crystal T Knits. We also have a Ravelry group called Crystal T Knits, and I have an Etsy shop, Crystal T Knits. So I'm so sorry it's been about 2 months since I've last seen you. It's been a little crazy in my house. Everyone's sick again. I'm telling you, I should have been a nurse. I really should have been a nurse. It's insane. But I have a lot of crafty goodness to show you. So, oh my god, I don't know where to show you first. It's like insane how much stuff I have. So I guess I'll start with the cast-ons I've done. All right. First thing, it's in my little peacock bag I made. Okay. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. So I made the Union Square socks by Knitting Expat. She is doing a whole sock club, and I think it's about 6 sets of designs you get. So this is my thing. It's in Knit Picks Chroma Fingerling. The colorway is Pegasus. I love the colors in this yarn. I am not a fan of this yarn. First of all, with the Knit Picks, no, not Knit Picks, what is these things called? What do you call them? High Sharps. That's what I've been using for my socks. In fact, I ended up buying a set of Chaigus, which I'm going to try in my next set, because these are so sharp. I get very nervous about knitting around my son. I'm afraid that he's going to jump on me and get stabbed by these. It's very nerve-wracking. But with this particular yarn, it's sort of like the needle goes right through the yarn, and it's just shreds and everything. It's very hard. I have to keep taking back stitches, putting them back on to try to get the yarn all the way through. But it is a beautiful pattern, and I just love the color. So I would buy this yarn again, and it's very warm feeling. Unfortunately, I lost, see, it's got green in here too. I lost the actual what's in it. So go on Knit Picks to find out. It's very nice. I've made this in a shawl. With a larger needle, it's not as bad to knit with, I think. So I remember I enjoyed it a lot when I was doing it last time. I think I did like a size 6 or 7 when I made my kaleidoscope shawl. But doing small needles, it's a nightmare. But it's just, I just feel like these are going to be really nice socks in the winter because they're very, very warm. And I just am so enjoying this pattern. Let me show you one more time. I just love it. Nina is a genius. It's just so beautiful. I just can't wait to wear these in the fall. It's going to be wonderful. Because my feet are always cold. So that's the one good thing. I usually don't like wearing socks. I hate wearing socks, actually. But when I'm in the house and I'm freezing, that's when I'll put something on, more so than wearing them in a shoe. I usually wear Uggs. So on the upside, my socks might last quite a long time because I do that. Oh, and I'm also knitting them on a size 1 needle. And also, you know what else I don't like about the High Sharps? If you don't put a cap on it, which I lost my cap, it's somewhere. But if you don't put a cap on it, it goes right through the needle bit, your project bag. So that's kind of annoying. I did all this work to get a nice project bag, and then I'm going to put holes in it. My Harry Potter one had a lot of holes in it. So I was very upset about that. So I will see how the Chaigus help. Hopefully they will. So that's my first project. Now this is a whip. Actually, I have 2 whips. I haven't, alright, this is, where is the rest? Oh, here it is. This is my Ginger Snap Bat Sailor Moon bag. I had to get it. It's so cute. It's brilliant. Oh my god. So this is my son's Cozy Raglan Sleeve Cardigan by OGE Knitwear Designs. It's a Knit Picks palette, colorway Marine Heather. I love Marine Heather. I had this yarn left over from my featherweight cardigan. I wear this constantly. When I first got this yarn, I didn't think I was going to like it because I felt it was very, very warm and scratchy. Oh my god, every time I picked a sweater to wear in the winter, I was always going for this. And I was like, how many times can I wear the same sweater? So I'm definitely going to get more of this yarn to make another sweater for myself. But I had so much left over, I was like, let me make my son a matching sweater. And what I love about this design, it's a little odd because my whole thing's falling. It's crazy out here. But the purl side is the right side because of, hopefully you guys can see, it's very hard to see in the dark color. But there's a little owl right here. I hope you can see it. I should have done it in a lighter, oh my god, dog hair. I should have done this in a lighter yarn. But It was so pretty, and again, I had this yarn left over, and I had to do it. It only goes up to a size 3, and my son's already in 4T, so I went up a needle size to try to compensate, and I just made it a lot longer because he's very thin. He's like crazy thin. So hopefully it's going to fit. I got the body done, and now I am doing... I'm telling you, everything's falling out here. I decided to do it out here. It was so nice. It's very hot, so my face is going to probably turn red by the end of the podcast. Just warning you, that happens to me all the time. But I love being outside under my tent. It just makes me so happy to be out here. So I was like, let me do a podcast out here, something different instead of being inside where it's all blah. I love being outside in the summer. But here's the owl on the sleeves. There's 2 owls on the sleeves. How cute is that? Is it showing up? Oh, yeah, it's showing up. Yay. It's so cute. So then it wraps around and he's got an owl on each side of the sleeve. I love that. Again, it fell again. This is ridiculous. But I just think this is the cutest thing. Again, this is going to go in inside number 23's Harry Potter cow. I've already had 2 entries in it. Yay, it's my 3rd entry. I'm very excited about that. And as I said, I definitely recommend this yarn. Don't go buy when you first touch it. It's amazing. So hopefully I will get that done soon because I've been working on it for a very long time. And I just got to do the sleeves and I'm done. Unfortunately, I could not do the sleeves in the round. I was very upset by that because of the owl. It just got too complicated trying to make it all go around. So I was just like, I give up. Just let me do it this way. So that was that one. Okay, so the next 2, I did 2 test knits. I'm very excited about this. I did the Painted Desert Shawl by Naomi Brunette of Sew Knit Creations. I've done her I Smell Snow Shawl back in, I think it was January. And I love her designs. And this one was fun to do because I love eyelets, as you will soon see. But I'm a little surprised at the end of the podcast, unless you follow me on Instagram, then you know what I'm talking about. But this is the Painted Desert Shawl by Naomi Brunette. It's the main colorway is Bayview Fiber Arts Providence-based sock in Cleopatra's Wings, and then this is Madeline Tosh Twist Light colorway Button Jarred Blue. I went crazy. I've had this from Bayview Fiber Arts for a long time, and I was going to make just one shawl in it. But then, I don't know, as soon as I saw this pattern, I knew I had to make the shawl with it. So then I was trying to find the contrasting color. And I went into the store in Nyack, I forgot the name of it, and all she had was a little mini of Madeline Tosh. So, let's show notes are flying. So I went to look at the mini of Madeline Tosh, and I knew I need more. I only was able to get 3 minis. So then I ordered online, and when it came in, it's of a different different ply. It was a single ply in the unicorn tail. In this, it's a double ply. So I was kind of upset by that. So I almost made it through the whole thing. I played a lot of Yarn Chicken recently. This one I lost on, unfortunately. But this is the design. It's gorgeous. I am so happy I did this. It's massive. It's a massive. Look at the scallop border. How gorgeous. And those beads. Oh my god. I went nuts with those beads. Because I wanted a brown bead with a little metal in it. The silver lining, I think they call it. So I went to my bead store, bead everything. And I bought these. And in the store, she was like, oh, they're purple. I'm like, no, they're not. They're brown. So in the store, I thought they were. Come home. They were purple. Boy, are they purple. But they're still like the brownish purple. But I was a little disappointed. So then I went to Mosaic Beads over in Nyack. I went there. They didn't have anything. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use it. And you know what? It's nice. I really ended up liking it a lot. I was in shock I liked it so much. You know? And it goes, at first I was like green and purple. It reminds me of the Joker. But I loved it. And this whole design is just beautiful. So that's one more thing. I loved it. And she has another shawl pattern that she just released at the same time as this one that people are test knitting. So I would definitely go check her out. She's amazing. I said this is my second shawl from her. Love it. Oh, this is so out of my comfort range too, with this bright color and brown. I hate brown, but oh my god, Bayview Fiber Arts, you are a genius, genius. I just realized I'm showing the wrong side. That's the right side. Oh, sorry. Maybe I showed you the right side. I don't know. I mean, just look at those colors. And she said that I got a little bit more of a green, a blue, it's a bluish color. She does it a little bit more greenish, I think. Or maybe I have the greenish one. She has a little bit more blue. But I just love this. I want to make a sweater out of this. It's beautiful. And for me to want to make a sweater out of anything brown, that's dying. That's amazing for someone like me to want that. And I want that. So soon you might be finding a sweater made out of Cleopatra wings. And what I really love, she has it's a whole set. So it's like a whitish with the green. It's Cleopatra in the snow. Then she's got Cleopatra wings, which is the brown. And then she has a gray and green, which is called Cleopatra at the wharf. And what's cool is that this is a duck. She dyed based on a duck's wings. So that's another reason why I loved it when I bought it. This is the first skein of yarn I've ever bought from her. I've been like hoarding it. So I have one more skein of this actually. I don't know, maybe I'll make a matching hat or something. Because you know me, I love having the hat, glove, and scarf set, which I end up wearing these shawls as scarves now. I'm very happy I found that out. You could do that. Which, I just love this. Oh my god, it's just so nice. And I knitted on a needle 6, size 6. And, oh god, it's so soft. It's like a cloud. You're just holding a cloud. It's so squishy. I love it. Oh my gosh. Love this. Alright, my next test knit is called the Spring Goddess Shawl. This one is very interesting. Again, this is another FO. I finished a lot of projects recently. But what she did, I thought was brilliant. Her name is, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. You know me, I have a speech impediment. I pronounce things improperly. I'm so sorry. It's Kiri Knitting Designs. And she did was amazing. She goes and makes this border. It's like a flower. When I was knitting this, I had so much fun knitting it. And when you look at the picture, you don't see it that well. So when I saw it and I started knitting it, I was so surprised by this. I was enjoying it so much. Because I saw this part, and that's why I offered to do the test knit, and it's beautiful. And these are actually in Cloudborne. There's the pink is the petal pink, and what was the other color? Petal, and the white is like an oatmeal. CC oatmeal. No, it's oatmeal heather. Oatmeal heather. And she did a applied border again of a petal, which I love. This is what will set this shawl apart from other shawls, the borders. I've never seen a border like this. I loved it. I think it's ingenious. I don't even know how she figured out how to do this. It's just so beautiful. I just wish I would have knitted a little bit bigger. I knew it was going to be a small shawl, but I think when I ended up having to iron it because I had it go all wrinkly, but it's a pretty good size. I think if you put a pin, it would be good. But I might go, if I was doing it again, I might go up a needle size doing this. But I love it. It's just beautiful. Beautiful designs. I mean, these designers are amazing. I couldn't even fathom how she did this because it's very interesting in the instructions. Like each one of these is set off by a row. So it's not like you're repeating the same exact thing going on and on. You're doing each little diamond's different than the next. I mean, it's the same pattern overall for the diamond, but they're on different rows. So it was a little hard, but it's so worth the intricate. I mean, it's beautiful. Just look at that design. That's just gorgeous right there. So that's another one I would definitely recommend. Okay, so the next two are socks. Yes, I finished 2 pairs of socks. That's right, people. 2 pairs of socks I finished. That's amazing for me because I am not a sock person. But again, it's been 2 months, maybe 3. I know because the test knits, I didn't really get to finish a sock last month. That's why I was trying to get that one and the Union Square one, but it didn't happen. So I'm behind on my box of socks. So actually, I have a bag of socks. I'm putting all my socks in a bag because I haven't found a box I like yet. So they're in a bag right now, a Christmas project bag, and they're sitting there. And now these 2 are going to join it. So the first one I've got is the Apple Blossom Socks by my favorite designer, Helen Stewart, of course. I know, could I do any more of hers? I will do every single design this woman comes up with because she is genius. I'm sorry. I didn't know who she was last year. I saw the Shawl Society. I picked it up. I became instantly addicted to her. Then I went in my queue on Ravelry, and I found out, no, my favorites, and I found out that half of her designs I already put in my favorites. So that's how much I love her. So now I know she's so popular and everything. I couldn't believe it. So this is her apple blossom socks. Again, cozy knitter. Hello. And it's bunny foo-foo. Bunny foo-foo. Here's the second one. Boom! Nice, right? Oh, floating socks, floating socks. I actually am starting to like having the toe and the stripes, because I was originally doing the toe and the contrasting color, and now I'm kind of liking that. So I might just do from now on the heel and the cuff and the little mini she gives, and then have that one, and the toe just keep going. I like it. Again, this was a fun design to knit. I did this quite fast, I think. If I wasn't doing I think I take on too much sometimes when I do too many test knits. Sometimes, every time I do a test knit, it's 2 at a time. So then I'm running around like a lunatic trying to get it done. So I was doing this in between the 2 test knits, and I enjoyed this. This was a nice little break. It's a very easy pattern. I love her. Oh my god, I can't wait to wear these. Okay, and now here is another Helen Stewart one I have made. These are the Vintage Fairy Lights by Helen Stewart. And again, these are cozy knitter. The Hydrangea Bloom. Oh, they're finished. And then I used this. It was, what was it on there? Oh, darn, I didn't write down. I think it's Azure Cloud. I used the sparkly. It was from my Snow Melt shawl, which again was by Helen Stewart. Am I obsessed? I think I'm a little obsessed, yeah. Curious Handmade. Genius. But, so I made it so these are the lights, and then this is the light being brought off by the lights. That's why I made the little white sparkly right there. See? In the original pattern, I like short socks, so it would have went up more. I think you did this 3 or 4 times. I kind of wish I didn't, but then when I did the Hermione Everyday socks, I felt like I needed them shorter, as I like shorties. But not strictly shorties. I think strictly shorties are like right here. So I just like an inch or 2, not like 4 or 5 inches like everyone else likes. But having a little sock display problems. Da, da, da. There we go. Da, da, da. I get hyper outside. I really do. I love being out here. And you hear the squirrel. He's in the tree. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. God, my face is red. Okay. So those are my Vintage Fairy Lights. Okay. So my next project, well, I need to take them off. Oh well, I did that. Alright, this one was really, really fun. This was for the Once Upon a Corgi cow. I almost didn't make it. Again, played yarn chicken, lost big time. I had to call Gabby and was like, I need another one. She sent me it right away. Oh my god, thank you so much for sending it out so fast. I've got like within like 2 days. She felt bad, I guess, because I ran out of yarn. But this is my Beauty and the Beast shawl. And my Once Upon a Corgi yarn in her No Stuck in a Book colorway. And it's her paisley. Let's see. Oh, of course you're. Oh, here, right in my hand too. That's the sad thing. And the Aran. There you go. And that one is 85% BFL, 15% NEPS fingerling weight, 438 yards. I just realized I have not been saying what everything's made out of. I am so sorry about that. Again, in show notes, you will find the type of yarn. I'm sure you can find out what they are. I'm so sorry. I do have to say one thing, though. This Cloudborne yarn I bought, I actually got a couple of sweaters quantity because they had a major sale. And it was like $20 for a sweater's quantity of yarn. And it's very soft. This one is superwash merino wool. And I don't know what poly made in for 20% of that. But it's very soft. And I figure if someone that's big, it's very expensive to make a sweater. So I was like, why not? I've been dying to make sweaters. And I love it. It's very soft and squishy. So I have enjoyed that a lot. This is my Beauty and the Beast shawl. And what's really interesting about this shawl is this is like one of my absolute favorite stitches. I forgot all about this stitch. Am I backward? I'm backwards again. I'm always backwards. This is one of my favorite stitches right here. I love that. That brings so much joy to my heart when I knit this stitch. I just enjoy every moment of it. I got so excited. The last time I did this was in the, I keep wanting to call it Butterfly Fly Away. I think it's Spring Fly Away shawl. And I enjoyed it so much, and I kept adding more and more of the stitch, like row after row. I just loved it. It was beautiful. And then you got this beautiful cable going on here, which I just adore. And then all of a sudden you add on, cast on more stitches, and you start another different cable. And what's interesting is she does these little nups. Oh, not nups. What are they called? Oh, God, I can't think today. I keep saying God. I'm so sorry if I'm offending anyone if you're saying that. But, what do you call this? Peacocks. Peacocks. That's what they're called. Peacocks. And it's, as you knit them, they're added on, which I thought was ingenious. And then you have this kind of a ribbing going for the rest. The construction of this was amazing. I was very intimidated about it when I picked it up. Very intimidated. I was looking at it like, how did they do that? And is it going to be hard? And then basically after you're done doing this, you knit two together and you construct it over here. It's genius the way this woman did it. And it is by Very Busy Monkeys. Hello, Very Busy Monkey. How cute is that? But I enjoy this shawl so much. I wish it was so hot. My face is so red. Oh my goodness gracious. But look how beautiful. Oh, I love it. And it's like so interesting. It's got one texture here, and you got another texture over here. I just love that. Oh, I can't wait for the fall to wear this. And I have enough yarn left over for a hat, people. Yes, I do. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I got that one. And here's my next one. This one I'm very excited about because I designed it. That's right, I designed a shawl. I've been wanting to design something, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it. So I picked out these two yarns, which I actually was gonna have a tricolor shawl. And then when I was looking at it, I fell so in love with these two colors together. So we've got Little Bean Loves in her Hermione colorway. This is my second entry also in the Harry Potter cowl from inside number 23. And then it's Blue Moon Fiber Arc Seduction Smoke on the Water. Now let me show you. Oh, again, let me tell you what's in it. Ah, I'm losing my mind. 50% merino, 50% tencel is in Seduction. I made a shawl in that in Ruby Slipper colorway. Oh my god, love them. I gotta buy more of their yarn. I just adore it. And then in the Little Bean Loves, it's the Luxe Sock, and it is Superwash Merino and Cashmere. Okay, so you guys are the first ones to see my design. I've been doing like little sneak peeks of it on Instagram if you follow me, but you're the first to actually see it. I'm very excited about this. I love this shawl. I would wear this constantly. Da, da, da. The mauve one is the Little Bean, and the plum one is Smoke on the Water. And I actually thought that was a gray originally. So I have enjoyed this, making this so much. My neighbors must be like, all this girl does is knit. I kept bringing it everywhere I went. Every time I brought my son over to play with the other kids, I was just, every minute, knitting. And then I got a peacock bind off, which I loved in this contrasting color. And I got my favorite stitch in there. So I was so happy to do that stitch again. I love that stitch. I try to incorporate. I have other designs. I think I'm going to be putting it in like a lot of shawls. I just love doing that stitch. It makes my heart sing. It really does. It's just a gorgeous stitch. And these colors, oh my god, I don't believe I just happened to pull these two out. So I go, let me do these. And I was fighting with my husband. I was like, I have to go to the yarn store to get a third color. He's like, no, you don't. You got enough yarn. I was like, no, I have to get a third color. And he's like, no. So I actually should thank him for being a yarn hater. Because of that, I got, I think, one of my favorite shawls now. These colors are amazing. I want to buy another, I want to buy more skeins. I want to make sweaters out of it. I want to make one sweater in one color, another one in the other color, and maybe a sweater with both of them together. I just loved it. It was a joy to knit with. They're so soft. So soft. And what I like is the Seduction has a little sheen to it. And this is actually one of my favorite purples. It's the Hermione one. Like, I just love that little pinkish purple. It's just so beautiful. I love doing it. And my inspiration for this, that's why I call it the Marianne Shawl, is Jane Austen, my favorite author, from her novel Sense Sensibility. The Marianne character, she has the middle of three sisters, because she's the middle. And she is very flighty, and everything has to be grand romance. And I could just picture a Jane Austen character wearing something like this, you know, walking around Bath or something, and or on the countryside with this beautiful lace down here. It just screamed Jane Austen to me. And I tried to do everything in threes to show the three sisters' relationship. So like I did these in three, and then I did this in three, and then I did three things in here. You know, I tried to do as much threes as possible. Even the last chain I did in a set of 9, which is divided by 3 is 3. So I love doing this. I can't wait to release it. I have the testers now knitting it. Thanks, guys. And I'm hoping to release it August 1st. I'm hoping to get another podcast done before that. We will see what happens. But my first design, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. And I already have a second one in my head. And oh my gosh, I just love these colors. These are my colors. I knit with a lot of blue. So, and which is weird, purple's my favorite color. So this makes me happy seeing purple in my first design. Especially the two colors that go so well together. It was just joy. Just pure, utter joy. I've been staring at this because I just love the lace and the stripes mixed together. Oh my gosh, I can't even. But, yes. So I was going to start the Patrolus shawl. And I had a little snafu yesterday. I will show you what I did. It's not happening. I'm changing the yarn. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy at all with it. Because it's too light. I wanted to do... Okay, first of all, hello. Let's talk about my bag. Ravenclaw. I am a Ravenclaw, people. I am. Love it. So when I saw this fabric, I had to have it. I was going crazy. I put off knitting the Patrolus shawl because I wanted the Ravenclaw bag to go with my Ravenclaw Patrolus. So the yarn I had was Wool & Vine's Special Snowflake and Poe. It's too light. It's not Ravenclaw. It's like pastel blue. It's all messed up. I'm sorry. It's all naughty. I'm definitely going to end up pulling it out. I might, when I ordered the yarn, I'll show you what did I order yarn for. I ordered yarn from, I think it's Lulu. I think it's Lulu I ordered the yarn from. They had this beautiful blue and black speckled thing. And I wanted to make the shawl originally out of that, but they didn't have it in stock. So lo and behold, I went back on there and they had it in stock. So Lulu did it. That's what it is. Lulu did it? Oh, you'll see it next time. But so that was dark. But this is a beautiful pattern so far. And I was enjoying knitting it. I just kept going, this is just like the I Smell Snow shawl. Because the gray is very light like the white. And I was like, this is exactly like that other shawl. I just don't feel it. I'm going to end up caking this one up again. I even have another skein of this I'm going to make a hat out of that goes with my small snow shawl. That was in the Narwhal base. This is the Blitz base. So I'm actually going to just re-cake this up and save it for like a multicolored shawl, like a 3 or 4 one that I could add it into. I just was not feeling another shawl out of this. I would love a sweater out of this, but I don't know if I ordered it at separate times if it would match. You know, because every dye lot's different. But maybe I'll save it and maybe I'll do that. See if I can get my hands on like 5 of them. Yeah, right. Who's dreaming? Wool & Vine, right? How are you going to get 5 of them? I'm lucky I got what I got from her. I'm like a gambler, I'm telling you. That's my gambling addiction. I go on her site when we're doing the shop update, and I just keep going, buy, 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 please let me buy. And half the time I don't even get anything. And when I get something, I don't realize I got it. And after I'm like, what did I do? Oh my goodness. Because her yarn is quite expensive, but it's so beautiful. But you should be proud of me. You should. I went and yesterday I almost bought a Homespun House's Harry Potter Club because I was watching her podcast. And then when I figured out how much it cost in America to get this shipped and everything, it was almost $200 for 3 skeins of yarn. I was just like, I'm not that crazy. I cannot do that. Maybe one day when I'm working and I have money, I'll do something like that, but I just could not bring myself. So I felt myself a lot better about doing my little woolen vine addiction because it's a lot cheaper than that. So I was very happy about that. But yeah, so hopefully next time you see me, I will have a better patroller's shawl than that. And I was so depressed yesterday. I was like on a high. I made this. I was so excited. I made it very fast. It came out perfect. I loved it. And I was like ready to do this, and then it didn't work out. So I was very upset about that. So then I decided to go through my whips and see what I have. So one thing I found in my whip, which was quite sad, was a pair of socks. This is when I first started knitting. It was just not happening. Remember how I said my first pair of socks was quite large on me? Well, this was the same exact yarn. I tried going down to a size 0 needle, but I kept it as the normal 62 stitches that everyone else uses. I have to go down to 50 or 52 stitches for some odd reason, which makes sense. I'm heavier than everyone. I don't know why that happens with socks. But so I decided to frog it. I took the whole thing apart, but it was one of those knit picks things that it's a book, and you pick what cuff you want, you pick the body of the sock, you put the heel, and then you pick the toe. So I had a peacock top to it. So I decided, instead of throwing it out, I salvaged it. I got me a bracelet. What? How cool is that? And then look, it's a double-sided. People are like, probably like, what are you on? I know. But I love it. I think it's so pretty. I love that rose color. It is very hard to find a nice rose. That's my second favorite color, is rose. And I just love it. I think it's so cute. It's like a little crown for my wrist. And as I said, you could just change any color way you want. You know, one day wear it like this, and then it looks like that. It was a happy mistake, and I got very happy about that. So another thing I found, I've been knitting on this for 2 years. I'm done. I am so done and over the shawl. It's sad. It's just been sitting there. I think the reason why I stopped was when my son went through his worst operation. I brought this with me to the hospital, and I was knitting on it. And I just was just like, I'm done. So again, this has been going on for 2 years. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm forcing myself to finish it. I can't even frog it, because if I frog it, I have to throw out the yarn because of its mohair, and it's just knots. It's a big knotty mess if you try to take it apart. So I love this book. It's from Patterns. And what I am making is, if I could find it, that'd be lovely. The Vine Lace Shawl. It's right there. I love the ruffle, but I'm going to do the ruffle a little bit differently. I'm going to actually do it in the Vine Lace, and I'm going to do it in this yarn, which is from their mohair again. It's the crystal one, and it's the sequin, so it'll be a little sequin-y, but I'm going to do the lace instead of the drop stitch one that they want in there. And then the yarn in this is Patton's lace. I'm not a fan of this yarn, but I love their colors. Again, I'm like sick with colors. And when I first started knitting, I would just go to Michael's. I didn't know anything about indie dyers or anything. I would buy their yarn. So I bought a lot of this yarn. And I want to use it up because I said the colors are gorgeous. So this is my shawl. I originally was knitting it on straight needles. And I thought, late last night, I was like, this is aggravating me, which is weird because I used to be a straight needle person, not a circular needle. So if I could fit it on a straight needle, I would do it. Now, oh god. Alright, we're good. Allergies. So this is the shawl. See, this is why I didn't want to frog it. Look how big it is. I think I only have another 20 inches to knit. Only another 20 inches. Right? Oh, there goes that. My notes. You need to sit down, Mr. Notes. Stay. Okay. So I only got about 20 more inches. I think it was. I don't know. I feel like this is going on and on forever. I said 2 years. I don't even have a project thing in my Ravelry, so I was curious when I started doing this. I didn't even write one. That's how long ago this thing was. It's insane. So I actually am a little bit proud of myself. I've never used Progress Keepers before. Usually when I buy Progress Keeper, I take it off and I make it into a stitch marker. So I am using Progress Keepers for this because I'm trying to get anything to get me to want to finish this. This is ridiculous. So I have my little Sucra miniature, her cherry one. And then I got her carrot cake because I make an amazing carrot cake. I made up a recipe. So I had to get that. And this is what I did yesterday in between all my, like, why couldn't I make a Portrola shawl and cleaning out my yarn. And this is what I did today so far. Hopefully, I'm going to try to do at least, oh God, my nose, at least a pattern repeat every day. So I think if I do a pattern repeat every day, I should be done by the end of the month. Keeping my fingers crossed. Then I also pulled out my stash. And I took everything out and I looked, I mean not my stash, oh God, if I told that out, I look crazy. No, my whips. And I looked at all of them. I think I have 10 whips. One is a Mickey Mouse toy for my son. Apparently, I'm not a fan of making toys. That thing's been sitting there for over a year. I have the owl sweater. I have the Queen of Diamonds sweater. That's almost done, actually. The problem with doing that is I have to do it late at night because my son with the beads, and it's a lot of beading, way more than the Prairie Dye shawl. I mean the Painted Desert shawl, way more. Let's see what else. I had a needlepoint. I haven't done needlepoint on how long. I kind of want to start doing that. I'm going to try to actually finish some of these projects. I'm hoping by the next podcast I'll have 3 of them done, which is this one, the owl, and the Queen of Diamonds. That's one I'm going to try not to cast on. Yeah, right. Cast on anything, and I'm going to try to get them done, because this is just absurd. 2 years, just sitting there. And I'm fed up seeing all the project bags all around. And does anyone else do this? You find yarn, I'm going to make a project, and then you put it in a project bag, and then it sits there. Just sits there. You're not making anything, it's just sitting there in a project bag. And I've had like 5 or 6 project bags like that. Why? I don't understand that. So I took that apart too. So I actually was quite productive yesterday. So I'm called my allergies took. Snapple. Great, now I'm getting really bright. Okay, so I will do this is ridiculous, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm good. Woo! So I'm gonna do staff enhancements. Oh, maybe I should stop. I feel bad. I bought all this great stuff from all these people, and I want to show it off. So I won a contest from Alexandra Alfonso, and it's this beautiful worsted weight yarn. It is Lorna's lace, hand-dyed yarns, and it's 100% merino wool. And then it came with these cute little pins. Knitting is my therapy. Friends don't let friends knit drunk. Make socks, not war. So cute. I'm going to get a project bag. I'm just going to put all these on a project bag one day. So that's the first thing. Another thing I got, again, this has been like over 3 months. So, and I ordered things a while ago and they just came in while I was done. So another thing I've got is a Knit Sweet Charm Shop. I had to get these. These are Progress Keepers. It's a s'more. Campfire. And watermelon. How cute. Oh my gosh. I can't with the cuteness. Here's another one. Blue-eyed, crafty, her shop. Alright, I did not buy all these right now. She just gave me this bracelet a while ago. And I put all her charms on here. So I did buy, sorry, my nose now from my allergies. Oh god, the allergies are horrible this year. Has anyone else noticed that? Ugh. So, my husband is obsessed with Batman. So she had this big superhero thing. And I went a little nutty because my husband, I said, he's a Batman obsessive. So every time I knit now, I'm going to think of my husband. So she gave me this one for free. Stop moving, stop moving. And you got the Batman mask. It's awesome. The Batmobile. Is that it? Oh, here's another Batman one. And here's the bat signal. And then I also got, because I am a big classic novel person, love classic novels. I hate the Jane Austen obsession, which I also had. I'll show you the past ones. I have Emma from her, Sense and Sensibility. And this is the new ones. Much Ado About Nothing. Hamlet. Is it Hamlet, right? Yeah. And A Midsummer Night's Dream. And I have Pride and Prejudice somewhere in here. That I bought. Oh, this is a while. The Jane Austen ones were from a while ago. I'm just showing them again because they're so pretty. Pride and Prejudice. So I love these stitch marks. Big fan of her. I love anything with books and tea. It makes me so happy. It's crazy. Then another thing I did was Bayview Fiber Arts. I've been wanting this for quite some time. Am I finding anything? There it is. Alright. And I splurged. I was very naughty this last couple months. I was. Again, you're seeing 3 months worth of shopping in one episode. So she does this beautiful Blooms on the Wharf. And then I got with it Shadow. See? And then she did a gradient set that goes. I'm thinking this could be one like amazing shawl somehow. I don't know how I'm going to work it in, but I just fell so in love with this. I've been like drooling over it for months now. Maybe even over a year I've been looking at this. So I had to finally get it. I'm always trying to find grays. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I just know it's definitely going to be one project. Love it. It's all squishiness. Oh. And it is in her Pine Lake fingerling, 100% superwash merino wool. Provenance. No, I'm sorry, wrong one. Provence Sock Bay. I can see a little check on there. It's 75% merino wool, 25% wool and nylon. And it is, well, these are the minis, so they're 92 yards. And the big ones are 463 yards. Oh my god. Again, she's one of my favorite Canadian dyers. She's one of my favorite indie dyers, let's face that. How many skeins of yarn did I buy from her? Then, when Gabby sent me my yarn to finish my shawl, I saw this. Again, my favorite color in the whole entire world. This pinkish purple, rosy color. Oh my god. This was like a once in a lifetime thing. Everything's flying again. It's called So Romantic. I hope you're getting the color. I don't know if you can get it because I'm outside so I can't really see too well. But it's Tesla, BFL, silk, and cashmere. 20% silk, 10% cashmere, 70% BFL. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful. And then I got it on her ginger base as well. 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% gold stellina. 438 yards. I bought 2 of these and 1 of these. This is probably going to go on a shawl. This I'm thinking making a short sleeve shirt with. Oh, I got like 2 sets of yarn from her that I'm going to make shirts out of, definitely. Then, this is amazing right here. This lovely dyer, I think she's from England. It's called Witch and Fiber Company. Beauty and the Beast colorways. This is Belle's wedding dress. How beautiful is that? This is 75% super wash merino, 25% nylon, and it is 100 grams. I don't know the actual yardage, but How beautiful is that? And this one, it's the same exact thing. It's Mrs. Potts and Chip. There you go. Just look at the blues, and then it goes to a nice creamy and those little yellow specks. Oh, and I love Beauty and the Beast. I'm a Disney obsessive, fanatic, crazy person. You know me. So of course I had to go crazy when I saw this colorway set. This is the Enchantress. This is on her sparkle base though. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon sparkle. So you got a little cream, and then it goes down to gray. And then, oh, what Beauty and the Beast story wouldn't be complete without Gaston? Huh? Huh? Oh my God. Look at that. It's like a burgundy to a rose. 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon sparkle base again. So what happened with this was interesting. I wanted to make a fairy hair shawl. I've been dying to make a fairy hair shawl. And I saw that, and when I saw the wedding dress one, I was like, perfect, because what I have been hoarding in my stash was a Wool and Vine, the Blitz on tea leaves. It's such a light, gorgeous pink. Very light, almost whitish. It's so pale, and there's these little hot pink speckles. So I knew I wanted to make this as the first color in my shawl. I was thinking white with it and everything, but then when I saw this together, it's just a slight darker, more peachy type of color. And this is going to be the border. I called her up, and I was like, can you make me another one in the sparkle base? I know it was a one-time deal, and she actually was very, very nice to me. Thank you so much again. Oh my gosh, and she made it for me. So this is going to be my Fairy Hill shawl. Oh my God. I can't wait to see the two of them together. It's going to be magical, because it's like different speckles. It might look the same exact color almost, but then the speckles, and there's a little bit darkness here. At times I think it's the same color, at times it's not. So it's going to be interesting how it plays. It just reminds me of fairies. Like, doesn't that just look like a fairy wing? Oh my God, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So that is everything I have, but I have one more little announcement, and then we will be on our way. So I'm doing a giveaway. Basically, Kim from Ginger Snap That sent me a while ago a few things, and I decided to do one of them now. This little cat's notion bag. Isn't that cute? And then I have included in it a unicorn tail, because I have some extra ones. A Madeline Tosh in the blue button blue jar. And then she has a little stitch marker of a rainbow she gave me too. So this is going to be one giveaway. And all you have to do to join this is follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this channel, join the Ravelry group, and write a comment in the Ravelry group under Ginger Snap That contest. Actually, I'll call it cat contest because, no, I haven't had her contest yet. Yeah, so I'll do Ginger Snap That contest. So if you want this cute little meow kitty cat, I love it. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Look how happy this guy is. Is he on here? Yeah, he's right. Look at that one. I'm telling you, go check out her bags. She has the most gorgeous bags. There's a coupon code on my Ravelry group too for her stuff. I think it's still valid. She gave this to me a long time ago. But it's definitely where, I mean, God, look at her. She's amazing. Look how cute that is. I love it. And she has all these little fanciful things. She even has Sailor Moon stitch markers, too, which I did not get. I should have gotten one. Maybe one day I'll get it. I don't know. But I just love her. So thank you again, Kim, so much for your giveaway. And remember, follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to this channel. Join the Ravelry group. And write on it in the thing so I know who you are. Because that's how I'm going to get the random number generator I'm going to do by the people in the Ravelry group. So definitely make sure you do that last step to get into this. We'll do all of them. I will be checking. So that's the end of my thing. I will hopefully be doing another podcast. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, in 2-3 weeks, like I usually do my schedule. This has been obscene. Thank you so much for everyone that's been viewing. Thank you for coming back. If you're a new viewer, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry about my little coughing fit. Like, I'm going to learn how to edit so I can edit things like that out, because it's crazy. Because I'm just like, oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. That's all I got to say about the matter. Only I would have a coughing fit. Turn bright red. Hello. Actually, in gym, they used to call me Cherry. Yeah, they used to call me Cherry. So, I keep a lookout on my Instagram to find out about the release of my first design. Let me do it again. Dun, dun, dun. The Marianne Shawl. Love it. Love everything Jane Austen. Gotta love it. Look. Oh, well, let me show you how it looks like this. Like that. Da, da, da. And then as a scarf. People are like, oh my gosh, get over it. I can't. I love purple. So pretty. It's the lace. I just love how that happens. Oh my gosh. I need to knit more things in purple. It's caught my earring now. But I really need to. I noticed when I did my stash, I have about 4 or 5 projects in blue. Seriously? And it's not one of my I mean, it's one of my favorite colors, but it's not like the favorite. I prefer purples and pink, light pinks to blue. So I think it's kind of hysterical that all my projects are practically blue lately. So, but everyone, have a happy 4th of July. I might actually be posting this after 4th of July. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend and everything in Canada. Happy Canadian Day. I saw that you guys had the big party yesterday. Awesome. And I hope to see you soon. And that's it. Happy knitting. Bye.